So, one of the things that I didn't get the opportunity to say in the title of this video is that this video is only relevant to you if you actually want to make more money. If you're content with the amount of money that you're making in life, or you're content with the amount of money in your bank account, then this video is not for you. Okay, this video, the prerequisite to this video is that you actually have the intention of making more money, wanting to make more money in your life, right? Not from a selfish perspective, right? It's just in a perspective that one, maybe you want a better quality of life in some way, shape or form. Two, maybe you want to help the people that you love the most, your friends, your family, those closest to you, generate a better quality of life, maybe even more money too. Or three, maybe you just want to contribute on a level beyond self, right? Service to others, let's say. So whatever reason you have for wanting to make more money, that's cool. But the main prerequisite to this is that you actually do want to make more money. If you do, then this video will definitely help you, because I'm going to share with you 3 things to stop doing. And out of these 3 things, these are not just things that came to my mind and it's just like, okay, this sounds cool, let me put it in a YouTube video. This sounds cool, this will be clickbaity. No. These 3 things on one level have genuinely helped me make massive transformation, not just on a physical abundance level, but also an inner abundance, right? These 3 things will help on the outside and the inside. Outside being the physical wealth, right? Money that you see in your bank account. Inside being you actually feeling that abundance increasing. Think about it. There's so many people out there who actually are generating a lot of money, but they don't feel it. And maybe you know some people like this. Maybe they're working corporate, maybe they're working in their own business or whatever they're doing. But they have the abundance, the resources on the outside, but on the inside, they're not feeling it. Now, there's 2 main reasons for this. One is that, yes, they have the physical abundance, but on the mental side, there is a lack mindset or scarcity mindset. So that is limiting them from feeling that, yeah, I have that money and saving all the time, or not being able to spend it, or not being able to enjoy that abundance. And a second aspect is that maybe they have the physical abundance, maybe they have an abundance mindset, but on the inside, whether we say deeper purpose, deeper mission, deeper feeling, something isn't satisfied there. Maybe you've experienced this. Maybe it's like you ever had that where you've set a goal, you've worked to achieve it, you worked, and you actually achieved that goal, that thing that you wanted. But then when you got it, yeah, for a minute, maybe it was like, yeah, this is cool, you felt good, dopamine kicked in. But the reality is, after whether it's some hours, some days, some weeks, after achieving that goal, you ever had it where it's like, is that all there is? Like, you had that feeling like there was something more there, like almost like you were sold a lie, like you achieved it, but it doesn't quite feel like what you expected. Right? If you've had that before, this is the exact feeling. Sometimes our minds will think, hey, when I have even more money, that feeling will go. It's not the case. It's not the case. And you've experienced glimpses of this in your life. So this is the second reason. Can have the abundance, can have still abundance mindset, but something inside is missing. Something deeper is missing. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I like to go deeper into some of these deeper topics. But today I want to keep it very, very tangible as well. Like tangible, when I say tangible, I mean something that you can take away from today's video and actually implement right after this video. Either start diving deeper into, start changing into your life. Can actually, once this video is finished, you look at the time left of this video now, in that amount of minutes, you'll be able to make some changes. So if you are into some deeper stuff, let me know in the comments as well, because I do videos on deeper topics all the time, which allow that deeper purpose and everything to come in. Today, I want to make it tangible for things that you can start doing in the physical, in this realm. So, like I said, these 3 things I'm going to share with you are not just from my mind, are not just things that also have made a dramatic impact in my life, but also things that I have seen in some of my friends who on the outside, people will look at them saying, hey, they're successful, whether it's financially, whether it's health, whether it's relationship. And I use quote unquote because sometimes what we think is success is not actually success. You know, you see their Instagram stories and you're like, oh my gosh, they're traveling the world, or oh my gosh, they have that much money, or oh my gosh, they're able to do this, and they don't need to work the 9 to 5. But if you actually saw what was going on in their real life, not just their social media life, you would see a big difference to what it looks like on the outside. And you've probably experienced this too. You know, maybe you've gone on a holiday or done something, you've posted some social media, people are like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing, you get to do this. But then on the inside, you know that your life's not all perfect. There's still things that you're working on, still things that are going on. So that's why I use quote unquote, because sometimes what we say is success isn't actually success. But I use quote unquote because a lot of the people who are successful in the field that they're in, whether it's wealth, finances, business, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, whether it's deeper spiritual fulfillment, there's one common trait that I've seen in all of them. The thing is, successful people, people who have more abundance, more finances, actually, you speak to them, you get to know them. A lot of the times, it's not even that they're the most intelligent person in the room. It's not even that they're the most structured, most organized. It's not even that they have this winning formula. You look at every single one of them, you will see one common trait. What is it? Self-belief. So the first thing that I want to share with you is you gotta stop not believing in yourself. You gotta stop it. I know that as I say this though, you'll probably be thinking, yeah, Josh, I get that. I know I need to believe in myself. But no, I know for a fact that you don't get this. This is probably, I'm not going to spend too long on this point because there's two other points that I want to give that are more tangible, okay, not just mindset, but more tangible, but you have to have this thing first. You could have the best business idea, the best, something that can generate wealth, finances, abundance. But if you don't believe in yourself, deeply believe in yourself, when those haters come in, you're going to stop. When those challenges come in, when those setbacks come in, that naturally come in as a course of life, you're not going to get rid of challenges. A homeless person has challenges. Warren Buffett has challenges. Different challenges. Actually, some may argue that Warren Buffett has bigger challenges. Why? Because billionaire. So a lot more bigger problems or challenges financially. And I'm using that example, just not saying that Warren Buffett is someone that you need to be like exactly, but I'm using those examples to show the difference in finances. That's still two people on different ends of the spectrum, but can still have certain challenges. So in this context, the self-belief, what I've seen, is not just because, hey, got that positive mindset, I believe in myself. Yeah, that's cool. The real reason is because when you're powering through, when you're taking action and these challenges come up, these setbacks come up, majority of people, when they don't believe in themselves, if you launch, for example, I don't know, YouTube channel or new business, and you have that initial belief, you're doing it, but then 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, it's not quite where you expected it to be. And family members or friends are saying, hey, why are you doing that? You sure you don't want to work 9 to 5? Are you sure you don't want to do something else? Are you sure you're doing the right thing? If you don't believe in yourself, you know what's going to happen. Your mind's going to kick in like, maybe they're right. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this person can be successful. This person can achieve this, but maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just go back, get a 9 to 5 and maybe do something else. And I'm using that example, but obviously there's many examples. This could even be in relationship. I know this isn't a relationship video, but it happens in relationship. Don't believe in yourself, then don't put yourself out there. Or put yourself out there, then all of a sudden some setback happens. Maybe it's a breakup, maybe it's an argument, maybe it's like you've been in a relationship, but things are going through tough times. Don't have that belief in yourself, in that thing that you're doing, and then it doesn't have the most optimal effect on the output, the outside. So this is why the self-belief is crucial. Even if you probably heard this before, definitely have heard this before, but today, make it sink in. You gotta believe in yourself. I'm telling you, these people that a lot of you are looking at who are like successful, oh my gosh, they got this much following, oh my gosh, they got this much money, oh my gosh, they got this amazing life. If you got a chance to speak to them, this is why they say sometimes, your idols, your heroes, sometimes they recommend not even meeting them because what you see, what you believe they are is not actually who they are. Then when you get to meet them, you realize, whoa, they didn't have all of it figured out. This isn't how it actually looks on the outside, on the inside. So this is why first thing is you gotta believe in yourself. If you're feeling something, you know that you want to do something in life, do it, follow through with it. You got to. So this is first thing. Second thing, you got to stop not investing in high income transferable skills. This is huge. One of my early mentors shared this with me. He was sharing the power of high income transferable skills. Now these are skills that, high income, very self-explanatory, can produce a high income. Transferable skills. These are not just skills that you're a specialist in something. Like, for example, if you just know hairdressing, then you can only be a hairdresser, right? That's the skill that you've learned. But if you've got transferable skills, these are skills that you can apply in hairdressing. These are skills that you can apply in YouTube, in other businesses, in real estate, in crypto, in, I don't know, for example, launching your own business. Anything transferred anywhere. It's a skill that you learn, but can be transferred anywhere. What do I mean by this? These are things like copywriting, like marketing, like sales, like communication, effective communication. This was one of the biggest skills that I learned. Fast forward 4 years ago, I'm an introvert, okay? I'm a very big introvert. And fast forward 4 or 5 years ago, I was the type of person that if I was on a Zoom call at an event or something, I wouldn't want to turn my camera on. Because one, I didn't have that belief in myself, I didn't have that self-confidence, and I had this limitation, let alone being able to effectively communicate or communicate something on a different level. So that was one of the biggest things that I learned, right? That communication thing. And still learning, you know, we're always learning. It's not a point where you get to the point where you've learned it all. We're always learning these things. But the more that you learn, the easier it will be. And I want to give an example for this because I know some of you will be thinking, but yeah, Josh, but marketing or sales and stuff won't really work for me. Okay, let's say this. Imagine you are a hairdresser. Okay, I'm going to use hairdressing because it's like a niche example and you can apply it into your life as well, whatever you're doing. Imagine a hairdresser. Average hairdresser is probably earning, I don't actually know what hairdressers earn. Let's say 3K a month. Let's say 3K a month, $3,000 a month. That hairdresser, if they want to increase their salary, increase their pay, are probably going to have to negotiate for better rates, better money coming in. But to negotiate, you've got to probably be working there for at least 6 months, at least a year. Then when you negotiate, probably you'll negotiate and you'll get maybe not $3,000 a year, maybe up to $3,250. Then if you keep working for some more months, some more years, maybe you can get more money, but you're probably going to plateau and peak around $3,500, roughly, percentage-wise. Think about your industry. There's probably somewhere where you know that you're going to plateau. But if that hairdresser was to learn I call them high impact, high income, transferable skills, because these transferable skills are not just for income, they also naturally lead to a big impact. If you're someone who wants to make an impact in this world, these will naturally lead to that. So that same hairdresser could learn a high income, high impact transferable skill. Let's say they learn marketing. Let's say at their hairdressing salon, they're not even the boss they're not even the owner, they're just employee. But imagine let's say for example, they learned to bring in per week 10 extra clients from learning how to market on Facebook or market on YouTube ads, Facebook ads, 10 extra clients, which actually isn't that tough. You look at a lot of social media agencies, they will guarantee more clients than just 10 per week. But let's say it's just 10. And let's say, just follow me here, okay? The maths, I'm gonna make it relatively easy so we can all follow, including myself doing this quick math. But let's say that they bring 10 new clients per week and each client roughly on average is spending $200 for some hair stuff. Okay, I go to barbers, not hairdressers, but let's say they're spending on average $200, When they're spending that $200, if they bring 10 extra clients per week for that company, that's an extra $2,000 in a week. You scale that in a month, times that by 4, because 4 weeks in a month, that's $8,000 extra in that month. Think about this. This hairdresser is earning $3,000 a month. They've just brought into the company an extra $8,000 by learning one of these high impact, high income transferable skills, which is very, very, very doable. For those of you who are not familiar with marketing, with sales, trust me, it's very doable. I've been doing marketing for the last 5 years for many different businesses, helping them generate 6 and 7 figures. Very doable, 10 extra clients in a business like that. But I know you're probably thinking, but yeah, that's for the business, Josh. They didn't earn that $8,000. But imagine this. You've just made your boss, $8,000 extra. The boss is like, whoa, we just got these extra clients. We just made $8,000 extra this month. I wonder what happened. Imagine you go to that boss and you say, hey, I just learned this new thing. It's like marketing on Facebook ads. I was a bit skeptical, so I wanted to test it out for the business. I tested it out last month and I don't know if you noticed, but I got an extra 10 extra clients every week, which came out to around 8K in the month. I calculated it roughly. Then the boss is like, whoa, you did this? You can imagine, even if you was to negotiate for more money, already the boss will probably be more inclined to give you that pay rise. But you're not gonna ask for pay rise. All you're gonna ask for is, hey, I was doing this with my own money. I was wondering if maybe if the business could do this, then we could get more customers in, right? Because I was only able to spend $500 this month or $400. But if the business could spend $1,000, maybe we could make not just 8K, the business could make 16K. Do you think that's something that you would want to do? Who's going to say, I pay 1K and I get 16K back? Who's going to say no to that? No one's going to say no to that. Now imagine, then boss is like, yeah, sure, 1,000 for 16,000, sure, 15,000 profit. If you can do that, amazing. Then you say, hey, you know what, that's cool. It's out of my hours. I don't really I'm obviously cutting hair and doing all the hairdressing. It's out of my hours. I don't want to be paid extra for this, but I'm just wondering if we could do like a split, maybe like a 50-50 split. Maybe you could negotiate for 80-20 split or 70-30 split, depending on how good at negotiations are. Or even you only negotiate like 30% to you, 70% to the company, you're still making substantial amount. Think about it. 50-50 split, let's not even use the 16K. Let's just say that you're making the company an extra 8K. 50-50 split means 4K extra, $4,000, minus a bit for ads, maybe some other costs. Let's just call it $3,000 that you're left with. You have just doubled the amount of income that you are generating while being a hairdresser, not needing to cut any more hairs, not being limited by time, not being limited by whether your boss says yes or no to a promotion. You have just doubled your amount of income by doing something that I'm telling you is very doable to do. 10 extra clients in a week. Now I know some of you are probably thinking, yeah, but if we keep doing that, Josh, won't we run out of space? And if we run out of booking space, then we can't make that extra money. So how's that going to work? Okay, these are questions that are very specific. Depending on your niche, your industry, whatever you're doing, your job, your role, these questions will be different. But to give you an example, that's a good problem to have. If your diary is fully booked and you can't get any more people, what's happened? You have got more demand. If you have more demand, you know this, that supply and demand, the way that it works. When demand goes up, what happens? Price goes up. When supply goes down, there's less things there, price goes up. So this is the thing, you have more demand now you can increase prices. Even if some people say, hey, I don't want to pay that extra price, I'm going to go somewhere else. Are there going to be people in this waiting list that want to actually do this? They've seen that they've been locked out and now they want to come in. Of course. So this is why this is like a beautiful problem to have. And obviously, you solve one problem, there'll be another problem. You solve that problem, there'll be another problem. But naturally, these are better problems that you're solving. This is the same thing of going from that homeless person not having much money in their bank account to Warren Buffett having a lot of money in bank account or investment or in his investments, but having different level of problems. These are different level of problems, but better to solve. So this is why second thing is you gotta invest in high impact, high income transferable skills. You gotta do it. You don't do it, you will forever be limited by what boss says, what somebody else says, what government says, what society says. You will forever be limited by the hours in the day that you have. Think about it. We've all got 24 hours in the day. This is the reality. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, myself, yourself, your friend, your mom, your dad, right, your cat, everybody has 24 hours in the day. But it's what you do with that, the value that you provide in that. And if you increase your value by first believing in self, following through what you're doing, even through those challenges, learn at least one high impact, high income transferable skill, your value will go up, the value that you can offer to people will go up, the demand for you will go up, the price that you can charge, the price that you can negotiate will dramatically go up. This is huge, 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 huge. Even if you just implement this, and not even the third point that I'm going to share, and just the first two, huge transformation can happen. The third point is just about speeding it up. Oh, one thing, this day and age, AI. AI is another thing that's coming out. You start learning how to use AI for your business, for your employer, for friends, family, value will go up. Why? Because AI is such a big thing now, advancing so fast. So that's second point. You gotta stop not investing in high impact, high income transferable skills. And if you've invested in some of them in the past, when I say invest, I mean, don't just mean invest your money. That is one thing to speed up the journey, but invest your time. Dedicate an hour, 2 hours a day to learning these things, maybe even more. If you've invested before in the past for some things like this, but haven't seen the success, now you gotta ask yourself two things. One, did you believe in yourself enough? Did you follow through to the best of your ability? If you did, okay, why didn't it work? What other skill can we learn? If you didn't, which is most likely the case, you didn't follow through to the best of your ability, what do you need to do now? Follow through to the best of your ability. The second thing that I was going to mention is to do with this third point. This third point I learned from my first ever mentor. There's a multi-millionaire, he has millions of following online. I didn't just learn it from him by him telling me, I saw it. When I started to work with him and before I went into collaboration with him, what I noticed was the way that he was working, the way that he was doing things in life was way faster than I had ever done things. Way faster than I had ever seen anybody do things. What I mean by that, this third point, you got to stop being afraid of failing. You got to stop failing slowly. Listen to what I'm saying. You got to stop failing slowly. What am I recommending here? You fail fast. Now this might seem controversial, seem like, what do you mean by fail fast? I don't want to fail, just I want to succeed. Listen, whatever you're doing in life, there is going to be things that you're going to be failing at, especially if you're doing business, you're looking to increase finances, whether it's even investing in real estate, investing in crypto, investing in yourself. There's setbacks, there's challenges that are going to happen that are going to seem like failures and probably will be. But the challenge now is what I saw when I was working with this millionaire is that in the time that I would take to do work and fail once, he would have failed at least 10 to 15 times before. And what that did, it meant if I took 1 year to do something, he would have done in 1 month, maybe even a couple of weeks. This is no exaggeration. I'm telling you the honest truth here. This is what I saw with my own 2 eyes and what I live by now. You gotta fail fast. Why? Because in that 1 month, the reason why that person achieved what I did in 1 year and surpassed it is, yeah, you can say, okay, they have different business knowledge, different business acumen, different experience. But the reality was that they weren't afraid of failing. So they would launch something without the full business plan in place, without the full preparation in place. Not to say that they didn't plan, they still had a plan, but they would launch it fast. If it failed, and when I say fail, I don't mean like crashed and burned, that could be one thing, but I mean just even a failure in the sense where didn't quite generate the money that was expected or didn't quite generate the returns that was expected. If that was the case, for me, it would have taken me not just that 1 day or 1 week that they took, it would have took me a month, 2 months, 3 months. I would have only learned that 2-3 months later. They learned that in 1 day to a 1 week. So then they refined it. Let me explain like this. They refined it, they launch again. If failed again in that second week, they would have learned, refine, launch again, refine, launch again, refine, launch again, until it works. Me, in that whole year, maybe would have tried it 2-3 times. Them, like I said, 10-15 times, if it took that long. Some cases it doesn't take 10-15 times to get the success. It could be the 3rd time, it could be the 2nd time, it could be the 5th time, the 10th time. It varies. The motto that they told me, they said to me, Josh, most people in life are doing ready, aim, fire. What does that mean? You have the bow and arrow. You are ready, okay? So now you aim. You're aiming, most people are aiming, let me do this, should I do this, should I work on the business plan, should I do this, should I watch this video, okay, watch this video, let me watch the next video. Boom, fire. What they taught me was, Josh, don't do ready, aim, fire. This is what everybody does. You do this. You pick it up, you do ready, fire. Then you aim. Why? Because you fired. Now let's say you're off course. Now the aim is recorrecting. Okay, I fired, it went, whoa, I'm shaking the camera. That's how powerful this point is. That's how powerful this point is. But I didn't even shoot a bow and arrow, but it already hit the camera, boom, hole in one. But now you can see, you fired it, you realize it didn't quite hit where I wanted. Now you recorrect, you aim again, and now you fire, boom. The second time, you're way more likely to do it. Rather than you standing there looking, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Should I do this? Should I do this? This is what the first thing, you gotta fail faster. Stop failing slowly. You combine these 3 points, believing in yourself, having that undeniable self-belief, keep going, keep that motivation going, even in the moments when it's not there, even when silent challenges come in, setbacks come in, you keep going. Second point was you investing in those high impact, high income transferable skills. Third point, combining that is making it happen faster. You know, maybe you do that marketing for the company. For example, if you choose marketing, maybe you choose communication, maybe you choose to be the speaker, maybe you choose to be the salesperson or leading the sales or the AI initiative. You learn that there's going to be challenges, going to be setbacks, but you've got that belief. The third key point is then doing it faster. Knowing that you're going to fail, be willing to fail fast, see what happens, then aim. Don't do ready, aim, fire, ready, fire, aim. So if you got any value from this video, let me know in the comments, leave a like button. I'm posting every single week because I would like to answer a lot of your questions of the things that may be holding you back in life that you're not even realizing that are holding you back in life. But by watching this simple video, you can unblock it, get going, receive your success to truly master your destiny. So if you're in with me on that one, I'll see you on the next video. Subscribe if you're new. Much love. See you soon.